Across the country today, pro-Palestinian protesters blocked traffic, calling for an end to military action in Gaza. They shut down the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco and stopped vehicles from getting to O'Hare this morning. The demonstration forced a lot of people to miss their flights, while others just got out and walked. Patrick Fazio has that story for us from O'Hare.
Protesters brought traffic to a standstill on I-190 getting into O'Hare during the morning rush.
They got a right to protest, but they shouldn't have a right to shut down a whole airport like this.
Passengers abandoned their taxis or ride shares and walked to the airport, dragging their suitcases to try to catch their flights.
My Uber driver just dropped me off at that corner. I'm going to walk, catch the tram in.
Other passengers diverted to the O'Hare transit and rental car facility to catch the tram to the terminals.
I got 3 minutes to make my flight.
3 minutes to make your flight?
I'm going to miss my flight, yeah.
You're missing your flight, though?
I missed it.
Not only did passengers miss their flights, the protesters also impacted those landing at O'Hare who missed their rides to meetings and appointments.
It's a cluster, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm not missing my flight I got in, but I'm missing appointments.
OEMC, Chicago's Office of Emergency Management and Communications, sent out an alert this morning about taking the blue line to avoid traffic from the protest. But it was too late for some.
It's wrong. I hope the protesters are put in jail. I mean, it's the cause is maybe right. You know, on one side, there's two sides to every situation, but it's not the way to do it. They're not gaining any fans.
I think Chicago Police Department failed. They should have anticipated this. They should have known about it in advance. What are they doing?
OEMC says officers cleared the protest around 9:30 this morning, and then it took about an hour or so for traffic to clear and get back to normal. Reporting at the O'Hare Transit Facility, Patrick Fazio, NBC5 News.
And things are back to normal around O'Hare, but it was a mess during the morning rush. Pro-Palestinian protesters blocked traffic heading to the airport. Travelers literally had to get out of the vehicles and walk with their luggage to get to the terminal. And it wasn't just in Chicago. Similar protests were held across the nation. So what can we expect this summer leading up to the DNC? Here's Charlie Bujahusky.
So close and yet so far.
They got a right to protest, but they shouldn't have a right to shut down a whole airport like this.
Hundreds of travelers forced to find their way around a protest this morning that shut down the feeder ramp to O'Hare Airport, part of a series of coordinated events around the country designed to focus attention on the Palestinian cause and U.S. policy in the Middle East. In San Francisco, it even shut down the Golden Gate Bridge.
A number of different people are going to want to demonstrate and be seen and or heard.
Ed Yanka of the American Civil Liberties Union says we can expect similar protests this summer, especially around the Democratic National Convention.
There is going to be some inconvenience because, say, there'll be a major demonstration on Daley Plaza that may spill out onto the streets. There may be, events around the convention in which people are marching up and down streets and things of that nature. So there will be some inconvenience, but isn't that the price we pay for living in a democracy?
And while the protests may be happening here in Chicago, it's often important to remember that the message is meant for another audience.
The audience for much of the speech we're likely to see in and around the convention will be the delegates themselves.
Yanka says the city and the DNC need to have a plan to allow for people to participate in vigorous but lawful expression. And Chicago residents should be proud that the debate is happening here.
Somebody is out and willing to stand in the sun, willing to, stand in the rain, willing to march up and down after work. Maybe, it's worth time just to stop and listen to what they have to say.
Charlie Wojciechowski, NBC5 News.